Page 119. This is number 3 at the top of the page. So I just go through the process I use here. I look it over. It's 2 lines long. The clef signs are treble and bass clef. The key signature has 2 sharps, so it's either in the key of D major or B minor. Now look at the last measure. It's here. Kind of sounds like it's in D major. I'll go with that. But if you're doing the scales, do them both. D major and B minor. 1 octave up and down. Yeah. If you're not doing the scales, don't worry about it. 4/4 time signature. Let's take it one hand at a time here. Right hand, quarter notes. Remember the C sharp, it's in the key signature, so it's part of the hand position. So it's 1. Oh, this is fun. It just keeps doing this. And that's fun. And the second line is almost identical. Okay, so much for that. Let's do the left hand. What's it? It's here. And that's 2 counts, and then here for 2 counts, and then here for 2 counts. Oh, we're going to go back down. This is the pattern the left hand's going to use. Well, isn't this going to be fun? Now, you'll notice that we have, again, I don't think the thumb should have to do all of that. No? So I'm going to use the index finger on the low note. So it's going to hit. I'm going to use this because this pattern actually happens a lot in piano, and this is what I typically do. I use 5-2 and then 5-1 on the other. And you do come up here. If that doesn't work, you got to do that, and that's a stretch. So I'm suggesting you can stay out here and just barely get on the edge of that. And that way you're not coming way up. So it's here, here, and then back out. Don't stay up here, come out. For the left hand. And then the last measure, or the last 2 measures, you're here, and just come down. And you can use 5-2 or 5-1 at the bottom, I don't care, just use them. Play them. Whatever. Put the hands together. It was very repetitious. We have here, and then here, and then here. So I put the hands together, and then I go back over it slowly and carefully and get rid of the hesitations. And it would be better, if possible, if you could play most of this without looking at the keyboard, where you're feeling this. That's tricky. You have to look at first, of course, but otherwise it'd be nice. You gotta look at the end. Now when you go down, that's okay, but do the best you can on that. We want to try and get away from looking at the keyboard all the time. We want to be able to focus on the music. And once I have that, then I add the articulation. And here is just the phrasing. Each line is a phrase. So at the end of the first line here, before I go to the next line, I lift up. Just a little lift, like taking a breath. So I'm cutting that note a little bit short. I got to do this anyway. I got to lift up here. So I'm just lifting the right hand up with it. Yeah. Just make sure you don't lift up in one hand just because you had to lift up in the other. It's like at the beginning. I have to lift up here, but I'm connecting this. I'm not going to go. No, please don't do that. This needs to stay down, connect it. All the way through like that, except for the phrasing. Then the dynamics. MF, mezzo forte, is moderately loud. That's the melody, which is the right hand. Sort of loud, whatever you think that is. And then the second line is MP, mezzo piano. Sort of soft. Melody. The left hand's got to stay out of the way. Second line. You feel these dynamics eventually. You're just getting an idea. This is about where it is, and this is about where the second line is, and get into it and feel it. The speed is lively. Well, not too lively. These need to be accurate. But yeah, it's going to move along pretty good, I think. Don't go real fast. No, it's not super duper fast. Lively, let it flow out nicely. would be my lively for that time. If I played it again, I'd play it differently. I play by feel. How do I feel it? Remember the natural accents? The left hand's playing on them. Well, let the wrist collapse a little bit on them. Just play them. Feel in them. Don't force them. Let's play this together slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. I'll give us 4 counts. I'm not going to do the dynamics. I'm just doing notes and rhythms here, and the phrasing for the right hand. 1, 2, ready, go.